Well, it is Friday, Ask the Attorney Friday day. We're joined here this morning on Colorado's Best by attorney Phil Harding. You're going to give us some insider tips from your 30 years of experience. Welcome back. It's good to have you back.
31 years.
31 now.
We're adding another year to it. Right. I like that.
Well, today we're going to talk about personal injury cases, and really we're going to talk about insider information. Let's go over and see how many we can hit. First of all, let's say you're in a car wreck or hurt on the property of another. You need to know, and I'm not just trying to run up business here, the other side is not your friend. When the insurance company calls you, do not talk to them. As a matter of fact, there's a law in Colorado that specifically says if you're injured, it is illegal for the other side to call you within 15 days. But they still do. And here's the reason why. First of all, let's spin back and let's talk about this. The other side has two jobs, and only two jobs. Number one, making money for their company, and number two, protecting the person that injured you. You don't even go into that equation. But let's go over through a scenario. And let's say you're injured, the insurance company calls you up and they're your best friend. They go, hey, Paula or Joanna, I saw you on Colorado's Best and you're my favorite, so I'm only supposed to offer you 10 grand, but I really can go up to 25,000. I'm not even gonna play the game. I really like you guys. Here's 25 grand, right?
Does that actually happen?
It never happens.
I'm just asking.
And the reason why it never happens is because the bad guy, remember the guy that ran into you or on the property where you fell, their premiums in the future are based upon how much is paid out. So if the insurance company paid you 10 grand, his premiums are up only this much, whereas if they paid the 25,000, then it's up much higher. So if they started off by saying, here's the 25 grand, the bad guy would now have a lawsuit against his insurance company for paying you too much because his premiums go up. Doesn't that make sense?
It does.
All right. Now, here's the other thing, and let's go to this graphic and let's talk about why you never make a statement to them. First of all, the other side is going to ask about the accident, and they're going to call you up. They're going to be super nice and say, hey, we've accepted liability, which means we've accepted we're at fault. Can you tell me something about it? And you're like, well, okay, sure. And they say, well, how fast do you think the car was going? And you're like, I don't know. He slammed into me really hard, probably 20 or 25 miles an hour. Then they said, tell me where you're hurt. And you're like, my neck and my back. And this might take place 2 or 3 days after the accident. And they're tricking you because 2 days after the accident, everything that you feel may be different than 2 weeks from then. It may radiate down through your legs, and if you get treatment there, they're going to say, we took a statement. You only said your neck and your back, so we're not going to pay the leg thing. Also, they're going to pull the black box from a car. It's called an EDR, stands for an event data recorder, and what an EDR does is it tells you 5 seconds before an event, a crash, all the way up to the event. And 95% of every car that's out there has that. And in that statement you said, hey, he's going 20 to 25. They find out he's only going 10 or 15. So now the insurance company goes, you exaggerate. We're going to pay you less. So like, watch out for that.
That's like part of the trickery.
That is
trying to be nice to get you to say something.
Right?
Yeah.
Another big thing is, look, the other side wants you to send them your medical bills. They don't pay them. The other side writes one check and only one check at the very end, even though they say send me the medical bills. And here's the reason why. Let's look at this. If you have health insurance, Medicaid or Medicare, you see this all the time. It's called an EOB, which stands for an explanation of benefit. And this was a real EOB. My client went to Swedish. The billed amount is $29,000. The amount paid by the health insurance is $85,000. You know, health insurance comes in and says, we get a discount, so there's a discount of $20,800. So if you would have sent that to the other side would say, all right, we're going to pay you back that $8,500 because that's how much is discounted. That's wrong. Colorado's collateral source doctrine, right? Super fancy attorney words, specifically says the other side doesn't get to see that reduction. And the reason why is because you've been paying for premiums to get that reduction, not the person that ran into you. So just watch out for that. Please don't send them the other side your medical bills, because the other thing is you think that they're paying for your medical bills. They're not. Now they go into collection and they go on your credit report. Last thing, let's talk about statute of limitations really quick. Watch out for. First of all, this is here in Colorado. Auto accidents, 3 years. Slip and fall, 2 years. GIA stands for the Governmental Immunity Act. So if you slip and fall on the state capitol, you have to send this special notice. It's called the Governmental Immunity Act within 182 days, and then you get the 2 years. If you're in a car accident and the government's involved at all, again, you have to send them that 182-day notice. If you don't, then you don't get that 3-year statute of limitations or the 2-year.
Quick question for you on this, because so you say the other side, they try to make you feel like they're your friend, and you are tempted to give people information. You're tempted to give them your medical bills. I mean, is the easiest thing just to say, nope, not talking to you, click, or no, you talked to my attorney, click?
But you feel like you're being rude, right?
I mean, what's the simple answer there?
Yeah, just don't talk to them. Say,
don't talk to them.
Look, I know that there's a law that you cannot contact me within 15 days. And if they are your buddy, if they are your friend, they should be following the law, right? They shouldn't call you.
All right.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Thanks,
Click.
Phil. You always give great information, and he helped me when I got in a car accident as well. So if you have a question for our legal expert, go to kdvr.com, click on Colorado's Best. You're going to see Phil Harding's photo on the right. Just click there and send him your questions. He will answer each one personally and confidentially.
To reach Harding & Associates directly, call 303-762-9500. You can get a free consultation anytime, and you can find him online at hlaw.com.